Hi, it's Rob again, and we've got to step 5, and I've got to tell you this is the Keywords Everywhere tool, and I'll tell you now that I wouldn't do keyword research if this tool didn't exist. When it says here I'm addicted to it, I really am. Other people go and look up puppy images or cooking things, and I go and play with keywords, and I use this tool. Just freaking amazing. So the point of it is that if you remember, I told you that for me it replaced the main Google keyword tool. When I've searched for keywords, I do go from the original search that I've searched for the core keyword, I do go and look at images in the shopping thing, and then perhaps later I look for more of these things like trending and whatever. But I have to be very honest. Oh, sorry, and this one. The people also ask. So let's go back to show you what I do. Is remember, the whole point of this is for me to see this. It's from step 3, knowing the search numbers, dialing down and finding where my buyer is. And Keywords Everywhere tool kind of does that. I'm not sure where this is going to take me to. Yeah, I want to show you. This is the chopping board niche. This is a bundle that I've got for sale, and I've done this already. Now, if you look here, this is, if I remember correctly, 1,700 keywords. And if you open up any of the bigger ones, so this one, personalized cutting boards. Oh man, it opens the other ones I was going to show you first, but that's fine. Let's get this big. So can you see now, personalized cutting boards, this is a keyword that's worth every penny of this research, because it tells you that personalized cutting boards for wedding, there's 480 searches at 90 cents. You can click on that. Now, I don't know if it's as a gift. There's a gift, and that's cool. So can you see? It gives me the data within that from that page here. So I've got it chopped down here into engraved and for meat and because my keyword research told me bit by bit by bit that's what people are looking for. And that's the whole point, is if you haven't bought a bundle from me but you want to find out the important stuff, you kind of, this just for me, it obviously, I presume it's a bargain because I'm selling it to you for a stupid low price, my bundles. But do I need this one open anymore? Let me just minimize it. I want to point out that sometimes it's not that important to know every single number. Incidentally, this was work I was doing for myself. I wanted to set up a local search business to test it, and it was going to be for crafting. And I wanted to find out where the first crafting, so I live in Brantford, yeah, in Ontario. Here we go, Brantford. So it's lovely that 110,000 people look for weather in Brantford, forecast weather. I do it too, so let's not mock and laugh. And then we get people who've died, obituaries, obits, obituaries. Again, a lot of old people here, I think. And then hotels, homes for sale, restaurants, jobs. Can you see we're getting down here to news, farm, public library, walk-in clinics? Man, not one of these so far works for me in my crafting business. I can do dentists and gyms and taxis, and all along, man, it just was very sad. In the end, I think it was gift shops, but it wasn't. There was one a little bit better. So, and I'm going pretty fast here, so I might be missing out on something. But yeah, jewelers, there we go. So I can sell to 590. That's not bad, by the way, if I'm ranking for that. So I do sell jewelry, by the way, my wife does. So I could, but is it worth it? So that's exactly the point of keyword research. Is it worth it? Hell no. It's better for me to, sorry about this, to set up one of these. So I don't really want to do obituaries. So let's do homes for sale. And I know how to, and don't ask me in this video to explain it, I know how to build a website almost instantly. It's a done-for-you place I can buy. It cost me $100 and I build it. It cost you more than $100 if I build it for you. Oh, sorry, my filter's tatty. So anyway, and then I focus it on properties for sale, Brantford. and I do keyword research. Again, I'd need that. In fact, watch here. Copy. Can I copy it straight from there? Up here I can. Enable editing. So I can tell you that, stop it, if this is worthwhile going for. So this is how I would do my research for that, by the way. I don't want to come back to you. I've had enough of this page. Don't save, bye-bye. And now sorry about my desktop beeps. I'll go here and I'll search for Brantford homes for sale. Now that did have a fairly high number. I don't know when I last looked for that. It might have been 6 months ago, a year ago. So it's now 14,000. I didn't remember what it was then. My bad. And then inside of here, it'll tell me where people are, what are they looking for, and I'd have keywords from that. And this is pretty cool. Sure enough, it says here, Brantford homes for sale under 500,000. I'm sorry, that's not funny, that's sad, because there's none of them and 0 searches too, but people, I bet you they are looking for it. So, give me a sec, I'm going to see if I can find, maybe I did one. Pottery, I did. Sorry, I wanted to show you one that I won't waste money. Man, I should tell you this, sorry. This keyword everywhere tool here, let me click up here, this is where it is. I've only got 100,000 credits left, which is probably sad. I don't know how fast they use. And I can do all of these things. I can do bulk keyword data. I can analyze page content. I can check rankings. It's just a beautiful tool. Absolutely. I just get excited, but make it go away. I only need it for this. So let's say it's pottery, 450,000 searches. Now, if I was doing this for a bundle or for a client, I would immediately go down here and save, click export and save all of the trending keywords related. But before I do that, I would find a keyword. Now remember, I would be doing this for people who make pottery. So I want to find pottery, paint pottery indeed. Maybe that's what they do. So again, can you see it means, sorry to get a bit long. I've got to watch out for what's the word. So this is the whole point of keyword research, that I have to watch out for brand names. And look at that, Pottery Brantford 170 and classes in Brantford 90. By the way, they know where I live. Who's this person? Google knows where I live. So anyway, the point is that in fact it makes, I would suspect that pottery needs a better keyword. So now we're talking about handmade pots, handmade, can you see? So let me try that as a completely new keyword. I'm going to pause you 1 second. I spent quite a few seconds staring at this, whether I should resume me on this page or not. This is handmade clay pots and it gets 880 searches. I actually think I'm going to go back to just handmade pots and go there, because what I'll do is it'll end up being a bigger search, not really. And now I want to show you what I would do is, now I go to find long tail keywords for handmade pots. I hit that button and I go back to this one, which I think was already this one, handmade pots. I go back one more to pottery and I hit that button again, find long tail keywords for pottery. So by the way, this will be the beginning steps of me creating a brand new keyword bundle. I don't know why they've been rude to me. I don't care. So now what this is doing is, the word pottery is really broad and it's going to produce these. Here we go, pottery mugs handmade. That, I like that. Gone. 8,100 searches. So that's immediately a keyword that it's unearthed for me. Give me a sec. By the way, it's hard to type around this microphone. What have I done? Handmade. Oh, there we go. It's giving me help. And there's a near me, which is amusing. Okay, so again, 8,000 searches. That's nice. I like that. So again, I go for pottery mugs handmade. Please get the long tail ones. And incidentally, so while I'm here, I've asked these to be big. Remember, I told you I'd download all of these. So literally, this is what I do. So let me do it for you so that you can see. I hit export and it'll go bzzzt up here. There we go. Tank pottery CSV, and I go here export, and I go here export. By the way, I used to belong to More Keyword Tools. I'll go back up here and show you. And they are perfectly good tools, nothing wrong with them. It still says to me, are you still running the, it doesn't, yeah, it does, Ubersuggest. It looks like you're no longer using the Chrome extension. They've disabled it. Ubersuggest is perfectly good keyword tool. And there was another, now I've forgotten what it is. Okay, so I would do that, and so I'm just going to pause you while I keep doing it to all of these other pages. 1 second. As fast as I paused you, I wanted to show you something. So this had only 590 searches for handmade pots, right? But when you go down here, this is still keyword everywhere, tropical. I hope I downloaded that. Let me do that again, and if I didn't, it'll come up with a 1. It did, damn it all. Fine. Check how quickly it goes to zeros, right? But you go down here and they are here perfectly good. Handmade clay pots, handmade flower pots, handmade ceramic pots, ceramic, that's the same keyword, pot for plants, handmade bonsai plants. These are all terracotta. These are really cool keywords, especially if you, so now if you, obviously if you're not in Australia, you don't put that one in, or Melbourne, New Zealand, you put in the keywords that work for you, and you literally create decent content for it, and you even go deeper on it once you know where you're going. So this, by the way, if I've built this keyword bundle for you, I might not have gone, and I might have, I don't know what I did here. I did I don't care, sorry, I do, but not enough to get excited. Ceramic handmade pots, this is handmade pots. So let's just say that's my biggest business, right? So I would click this, it would give me a whole new search answer up here. The difficulty 25 cents a click. I love that it's so cheap. Of course it depends on how much. 245, that's cool. So at 25 cents a click, if you're doing 10 clicks, you know, paying $2.50, 30 clicks, so that's hard for my head. $10 before you get a sell. That's cool. Okay, so while I'm here, let's set these. But can you see all of these keywords that are really cool, because they're all different, related. Ceramic handmade pots near me, for cooking. Incidentally, once you get to this level, these are the keywords that I would feed into that tool that I'm going to get to you down here, where it says people also ask, somewhere deep down here when I get to it, inside analyzer, people also ask. I've gone and messed up this page now, it's okay. So sorry, my bad. Back here is, it's another one where it hits me, it's worth hitting that button. Now I'm really made a Christmas cake meal of this whole thing. I'm sorry that I'm cleaning up here in your time. I can't help it. I'm not only ADD, extreme ADD certified and proven, I'm also PTSD and what's the word? OCD. I'm like a walking live acronym. Okay, so it's on 78%. Handmade pots, it's found 347 keywords. And I will download this and put it in a bundle that's going to be for sale sooner or later, probably in a month or two, but it's fine. And how beautiful is this? By the way, it's not many on Etsy, 170, 1 cent a click. By the way, you know why? If you're going to run an ad to handmade pottery Etsy and you're on there, but so is everybody else, why should you pay for them to get the click and so people refuse? But running this one, handmade pottery mugs Canada, 24 cents, well worth it. Oh, that's not good. Who doesn't it like? Oh, it's gone away. Hopefully it doesn't crash my computer. It's very, very fond of overpowering my system. So for that matter, I should really save these as fast as I can, because this happened to me before. And there we go, at 138%. I'm going to hit download for this one, and I'm going to make it go away. And whatever this one was for. But anyway, so can you see these keywords? Pay attention, Rob. But when I get to all of these keywords, pretty much will put together everything I needed to. Once I've piled them up and analyzed them, like I had here with all the keywords here for carving, cutting, chopping boards, charcuterie. And when you put all of these into a huge keyword folder, then it's suddenly absolutely obvious as to where. And incidentally, in the training, I'll show you to split it into categories and split it from handmade to from mugs or for whatever it was that you wanted from the original thing. And let's just see if this shows me up as a 1 up there. Handmade, oh, means I haven't done these ones. Oh boy, I'm so busy talking that I'm not doing what I should do for this, and it fits into this as a very naughty Rob if I'm gonna put it as a for sale thing sooner or later. Anyway, so keywords everywhere makes me go nuts with the happiness of this. There are times, and let me run on these other softwares that I'm going to show you down the line. Okay, let's go for that PAA one. People also ask. That can pull me in. Oh, it's gone down here. When I use this, it pulls me, sometimes it pulls out, pick any number. Let's go with 1,000. So 1,000 people also ask keywords. To be very honest, sometimes maybe it's still here. They will be here. So sometimes it's rubbish keywords. Chopping board, see if you can help me find it, and then just shout, Rob, 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 there it is. And then, oh man, let me pause it and then hang on. Okay, sorry that I'm on 16 minutes of your life. People also ask, look at this. The question is, why restaurants don't usually use wooden cutting boards? Is there an answer for that? I don't have a clue. But here's the problem. The keyword search numbers aren't in here. These are just the keywords. I love that there's a whole lot of Gordon Ramsay stuff there. It's sailed up past here. What woods to avoid. These are perfect keywords if you're going to put out how-to content and help people choose what you do. If, of course, you do that. Okay. So I normally copy all of these keywords. I don't know if I can do it easily now. No, I'm not going to try. And I go across to, oh, sorry, I paused you instead of closing this thing. And then I take the whole thing across to keywords everywhere. And like you saw earlier, I could go to the bulk keyword data. I dump it in there and it gives me the search numbers on. Oh man, it's a beautiful thing. Okay, so there's a fair chance that I've covered everything I needed to tell you on this keywords everywhere. As you can see, it gives you stuff. These are the numbers you need to know. Is there intent? Is there search? How much does it cost to run ads? You can find some really gems in here, and you can find the worst disappointment ever that you thought of. And seeing as I've already got you here for 18 minutes, I want to tell you a story. In 1990, I started making hammock chairs because I found a picture of one made in the USA, and I copied it in South Africa. The style, it was quite a lot different. In fact, I made mine very rustic, and I made it padded, and it's a long story already. Anyway, I eventually built that hammock chair business up to where I was making hammocks and swing benches and full patio furniture in the end. When I finally found out about online search, keyword search, remember I said those days I lived in South Africa, I went online and searched for hammock chairs, and it was 50 people a month were looking up hammock chairs. And then I looked up another thing I made, which was benches, and it was 18,000 people a month looked up benches. And I was a little bit irritated because nobody told me that I started my business making a shitty idea product that nobody actually looked for. To be honest, I used interrupting marketing, meaning I hung them in front of their faces when they were at a country show. They walked past and found me lounging there like some kind of the word is slapgat, but let's not translate that. Slacker, that's probably close enough. So it's hanging around in a hammock chair like a slacker, and so once they sat in it, they were sold. So my 50 search, yeah, but you get where I'm going. Keywords tell you stuff. 20 minutes of your life. Thank you for this. Keywords everywhere. It is going to cost you $30 a year or something. It's absolutely worth every single penny, Every time you need to double check one of your new sub niches, a new product you want to try, whatever it is, it's all in there for that. If not, take your chances and just simply go to AI and ask for, tell me the best, the most popular keywords for ceramic handmade. In fact, I'm going to pause this and ask it for you. Watch.